Hey y'all, it's Elisha and welcome back to Elisha's Crafty Hoplop. It is still Thursday, y'all. It is still Thursday and I am still up to my ears in tidying. Oh my gosh, I made such a mess this week crafting. A couple of you, this is really in response because Christine from Michigan and a few of you asked, will I need chipboard for tonight's, to make this video, or to make this book, sorry. And when I do my covers, I do use chipboard. But I know that many of you don't have chipboard, and so I wanted to share with you, you don't need chipboard. You can use the method that Griffin Girl showed us, and I've tested it and it works. So instead of using chipboard, you can just build up 5 layers of cardstock, and it will give you the same as a chipboard cover. So a couple of you said, is there anything we need to prep? So there isn't anything, but I thought those of you that want to prep, like I've prepped for this to make it super seamless for the video. So I will share with you, I'll put the dimensions down below. But what I did was I did prep several of these in advance. This is what makes the book, and these are the book hinges that make the book. Just in case there's any issues and I have trouble coordinating your comments and putting it together, I made a bunch in advance. So smartly, a couple of you said, well, what if I want to make some stuff in advance? Well, then I'm going to give you the dimensions now, so you can do that. You're going to need 8 pieces cut at 6 1/4 by 11. So 8 pieces cut at 6 1/4 by 11. It can be any kind of cardstock. Now, people are going to say, can I use paper? You can, but here's the thing about bookmaking. When you're building a book like this, you want your pages to be substantial, y'all. You do. Like mine are super substantial because I built up not only the paper from the Sunshine and Blue Skies, but I built it up on Crafter's Companion. Really good quality, like 300 GSM. So that's why my book pages are like really substantial, right? So you have to decide how thick you want your pages. For instance, like Alicia Love Letter Generation doesn't always like her stuff thicked up. So you can use regular paper. I suggest using cardstock as the base. Most bookmakers will tell you to at least use cardstock as your base, and then you can just matte paper over that. You don't have to use such heavy cardstock like I do on top of this. So again, 8 pieces at 6 1/4 by 11, and then you're going to score those at 6 1/4. That's how you get this fold. So this is a 6 1/4 by 11, right? And then it's scored at 6 1/4, and then you fold it. So you're going to need 8 pieces of these. And then for the book hinges, you're going to need 5 of these. And these are 6 1/4 by 2 1/4. So you can see that 6 1/4 by 2 1/4. And they're scored at 1 inch and 1 1/4 inch. And all you do is fold it to make a little book hinge. Now you know how those book hinges are made. It's that simple. And then for the cover, you need either a piece of chipboard, or you can build up 5. What you can do is you can cut 5 pieces of cardstock at 6 1/4 by 6 1/4, right? So if you do 5 of these at 6 1/4 and 6 1/4, glue them together in a stack, that'll make a piece that's just as good as chipboard, y'all. And that way you don't have to buy chipboard or use chipboard, and you'll have a good substantial cover. So Christina, Michigan, you definitely do not need to have chipboard. Just cut out 5 pieces at 6 1/4 by 6 1/4, glue them together, and do that for the front and for the back. So I guess you cut out 10 pieces altogether. Glue 5 and 5, and you'll have chipboard thick cover ready to go. All right, y'all, I'll put those measurements down below for those of you that want to prep in advance. That way you have the pieces ready to go, so you can just focus on chit-chatting and the pieces are ready and you can just glue everything down. I'll tell y'all, this book is so simple. I took Rosa Kelly, Miss Judy, I took a few people's tutorials and blended it and made it super easy. When Rosa Kelly does this, her book is interactive. Like it opens different ways. And when I make mine, it's super interactive. The reason I chose to make this simplified is that it's still interesting because it has different size pages to hold different things, but it's super easy. You don't have to worry about which way the pages are going. For a first-time book, and it holds so much. Look at all this, y'all. Like this is going to hold so many embellishments. And I did turn several of mine, I put this in to show you. Made several of mine into pocket pages too. Like that's a little pocket there. That's another big pocket up here. All of these are belly bands and tuck spots. This is an actual envelope that opens for a tuck spot. So, I mean, once you start dressing it up, you can add all sorts of pockets and spaces to put things. That's another tuck spot. I built this to be an embellishment book for my partner. So I deliberately built it like this is a giant tuck spot. I built it with all sorts of this is a huge tuck spot. This can hold a huge package. So, you know, once the book is built, you can customize the interior for whatever you want it to be. I wanted it to hold embellishments that I had made for my newbie swap partner. So that's why I built it this way. But basically, this teaches you how to build a simple and easy book. So folks, I'll put those measurements down below for tonight for those of you that said, hey, I might want to prep in advance. Well, now you can. And we'll see if I have time. I'm up to my ears in adulting, but if I have time, I'll come back on with a happy meal. And if not, I'll see you all tonight at 7. All right, see you then. Bye for now.